coaching moves that have been made today. You have Sean Payton coming out of a retirement where he was prior the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Now he just became right. Now he just became the head coach of the Broncos. But the Texans, they have taken DeMeco Ryans, who was the coordinator with the San Francisco 49ers, defensive coordinator, and now he is the head coach of the Houston Texans. Um, I have some thoughts on DeMeco Ryans. So first, I'll say, does anybody have any take on Sean Payton getting Russell Wilson, and them trying to restore what they thought, what Magic restore, or just rebuild in general? Because I mean, they get rid of Nathaniel Hackett. I'm not sure if the general manager got fired or not.
I'm
But
mad
it,
Nathaniel Hackett got hired so quick with somebody else. Ironically enough, it was the Jets OC job that he got, which is extremely laughable. But
mm,
one
I
can
think
say
it's a good
that
idea.
for
I think
Nathaniel
it's
Hackett to be the OC of the Jets.
no.
Oh,
For
how
Sean
does it?
Payton, to give Russell Wilson Sean Payton
I
is
think it's a
you know
fair answer.
yeah, it's something to try. You know what I'm saying? None. I mean, if it doesn't go well, then we know that it's Russell then. But
Nah, I definitely think Nathaniel Hackett is dated. I believe he was not a true leader of men in regards to being a head coach. I think the pressure got to him, and I think he more so assumed that, hey, Russell Wilson will cover a multitude of sins. And what we notice with the Broncos is they don't really have a great receiving core. They are spotty. They are shaky as hell, as Grove Hero would like to say. They are shaky as hell at best. So I think you getting an offensive genius in Sean Payton will unlock certain things, and he will get the most out of what he has there, and he'll have a vision in regards to the kind of players that he needs within his system that he needs to draft in order to be successful. Because I don't think they've gotten the most out of Ken Hamler yet. I think Jerry Judy is much to be desired there. His hands could be more consistent. I think Cortland Sutton could be a great possession receiver. I think he has a lot of talent to work with. It's just more so giving the players hope that, hey, we got a guy now that can see the vision, who can put us in the correct spots to be successful. He's done it before. He's an offensive guru, quarterback whisperer extraordinaire. Great run with Drew Brees. I'm excited to see what he does with Mr. Let's Ride himself.
uh, Darnell, while some of us tend to come and go with flirting of trying to be playing, double dutch in and out of being a Texans fan. Um,
Days gone,
how do you feel about the hiring of DeMeco Ryans as
It's
somebody
the
who's
be-
never wavered in being a Houston Texans fan?
it's the beginning of a beautiful day. If his if his impact as a coach is anything like his impact as when he got drafted to the Texans, we're expected for a show. We're expected for a honorable season, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to say too much, but that's how I feel about it. And that's just strictly from more of a fan perspective rather than like a knowing what he's doing, this and that. It's just more of knowing the person that he is,
boy,
and
Ryder.
and just he doesn't care about where he's at. He care about winning. So as long as he brings that attitude, and everything, I think we should be good.
I love the fact that he's actually led the Texans defense, being the Mike linebacker, and that being your primary position. You're the communicator on defense. You're kind of the quarterback of the defense, and him quite literally being the quarterback of the team now, being the head coach, right? I think it'll bring a very specific attention to the defense. I think that's his calling card. That's his specialty. He was
Mhm.
DC of the Niners, which was They were number one in almost all defensive ranks this year, number one defense in the league by far. Obviously, the Texans don't have the personnel, but I'm extremely interested to see because I don't believe it'll happen that first year. I don't believe we'll begin to see ripe fruits of that labor until probably year 2 or year 3. But this draft will definitely be a defining draft for his coaching tenure with the league or with the Texans rather, because he signed a 6-year deal with us, which means I don't think any Texans head coach has gotten past 3 or 4 years on a contract. So for him to get 6 years, which says he has the full reins of the franchise.
Unfortunately, Bill O'Brien, unfortunately.
Right. But he has literally had the reins to say, hey, we're giving you complete and total control. You draft how you want. You impart your vision onto the team. We go as you go. You lead us. So I'm glad it seems like they're relinquishing all the control over to him. This isn't just a, hey, we're going to sign you to a 1-year contract, 2-year contract. See what you can do. You better win. You know what I mean? It's more so, hey, we're going to give you some time. You're going to have time and free reign to put your imprint on this team. So I'm excited in that regard. We got 2 high draft picks in the first round. I'm excited to see what the Texans do. From the standpoint of I live in Houston and the Houston Texans are in Houston as well. They have not yet won me back over as a fan. You have to do a lot.
I was going to say that double Dutch, man.
Nah, because the way they did Deshaun Watson warranted me leaving in dramatic fashion the way they did. So, 1,000%. So if you want me back, hiring DeMeco Ryans, a formidable, great black leader that I think he is, that is a step in the right direction. Now, I need us to take several steps, several laps, several miles, rushing into the. And again, I say the word us in regards to him being a black male, him having the same job in the same city in which I live on a team that I did used to currently root for. I still do say us. But I'm in an emotional state because of how they have treated one of us.
So they should say, we, us.
You a Cowboys fan. Shut up. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
Oh, man. Did you have anything to add, Deja, before I go?
No. I love the hire. I love that they brought it back home. You know what I'm saying? To be able to jolt this franchise. I'm gonna love to hear the trash talking next year.
Yeah, man. So for me, I think that while yes, bringing in somebody, who has played the game of football and who's specifically played for the Houston Texans, that's a great look. I'm not being blindsided by none of that. Me personally, I still feel like this hiring of DeMeco Ryans to a degree. I know you say he signed a 6-year deal. It appears that Nick Caserio is the GM is relinquishing all power decision making to DeMeco Ryans. I personally feel like with this being the 3rd head coach in 3 years, not to mention the 3rd black head coach, I still feel like this hire to a degree, not to take anything away from the credentials and how much he deserves a job, I feel like this is still a part of a damage control press run for Nick Caserio and the Houston Texans organization. Considering how the Deshaun Watson situation went, it's like, David Culley, we're not racist. This had nothing to do with racism.
You gotta win it back. You gotta get the niggas dollars back.
Then that season, don't go well. Lovey Smith, we're gonna get out of here, David. Lovey Smith, Lovey Smith, and it's just like, bro, is this where black head coach's career go to like die before it even start? Granted, Lovey Smith had a career prior, but that was David Culley's first head coaching job, I believe. Now you have DeMeco Ryans getting his first head coaching job. It's just like, yes, right. We want black coaches to get in these roles, and by all means, get in how you fit in, and sometimes we have to take the lesser roles to prove ourselves and so on and so forth. But like, I still feel like this is like a PR move and them trying to restore the image of the Houston Texans organization and how it treated Deshaun Watson, so to speak, or how it appeared that they conspired against Deshaun Watson to put him in the situation that he was in. And so I'm happy for DeMeco Ryans, but I'm not excited for the Texans for his opportunity, but I'm not excited for the Texans organization in no way, because I feel like it's rooted in that, like I say, that PR image repairing. And
You
who's to
feel like
say
they're trying to save face.
they trying to save face? And yeah, okay, he signed a 6 year, how many of amounts of dollars, but we just seen what happened with what's his name from the Cardinals. They told him go and we'll pay you throughout the year. So who's to say the Texans don't have another horrible year? They don't just up and do the same thing to DeMeco Ryans. Don't want to speak that into existence for you, dog, but I'm not at a place where I could trust the Texans to feel like DeMeco Ryans is going to be around for quite some time. This is the third head coach in 3 years, and like, so who is supposed to be the voice? How are players going to like begin to ascend and develop and turn into dogs and Pro Bowlers if like, oh, we got a new system this year.
Right.
Oh,
There's no continuity.
there's no continuity. Oh, I think I got it. I'm getting my rhythm. Oh, we got a new head coach, new system. Okay, all right. I think I got it. This. All right, so I just came into the league. I was a rookie 3 years ago. I'm supposed to be at this position. This coach wants me at this position. It's just like, forget head coach's career is going to die there with the Houston Texans. Let's talk about the players that's probably not even properly being fully developed. You know what I'm saying? So,
So let's hope that they're turning over a new leaf, because that's what it seems like that they're doing, but we don't know for sure up until the coming years, really. So we kind of got to monitor them day to day and annually, because they are in the hot seat, not only when it comes to players and production, but also when it comes to politics and exposure. So we just gotta watch them, bro.